This is an EarthRx technical bulletin. The subject, glucose metabolism and proper nerve health. Much has been learned over the past 10 years in the field of glucose metabolism. Most people considered the main action of glucose metabolism happened at the level of the insulin receptor site. But post-receptor site activity is now under great scrutiny, and new discoveries have been found, which will give us insights as to how to help people with blood sugar metabolism issues. Currently, right now, when an individual intakes some form of starchy food or sugars or some form of carbohydrate, the glucose enters into the bloodstream and will signal the pancreas to produce insulin. The insulin will actually go past all of the blood sugar right up to the cell's receptor site for insulin and will send a message into the cell to allow for a delivery of that glucose to go from the bloodstream into the cell to be utilized as energy by the organelle known as mitochondria. This had been known for quite a long period of time, but the inner workings of the cell give us great opportunity to help patients with blood sugar metabolism issues. The post-receptor site activity is really what can be drastically helped by certain forms of nutritional intervention. So, as the message is sent from the insulin receptor site down into the cell, it will then send a message to a specific structure or organelle inside the cell known as a GLUT4 containing vesicle, which had been brought out in studies over 10 years ago at this point. This GLUT4 containing vesicle is then triggered to rise to the cell membrane, merge with the cell membrane, and actually form portals to allow the blood sugar in, so it can be then utilized by the mitochondria to make energy. How do we activate these GLUT4 containing vesicles is the question. One of the primary ways, there are actually two ways in which GLUT4 containing vesicles rise to cell membrane, but the first one is actually exercise. And that is why such things as simple as mole walking or simple cardiovascular walking can be helpful in regards to blood sugar metabolism issues. The second way in which GLUT4 containing vesicles are triggered to rise to the cell membrane is by nutrient activation. The primary nutrient that has been studied in this activation is alpha-lipoic acid. Alpha-lipoic acid has been studied in dosages between 300 and 900 milligrams, most studies about 600 milligrams, shown to be efficacious in triggering the rise of these specific GLUT4 containing vesicles to allow the blood glucose to enter into the cell. Alpha-lipoic acid has numerous applications within human health, besides being extremely helpful in allowing blood sugar to be metabolized as opposed to storing fat. Alpha-lipoic acid has also shown itself to be quite a potent antioxidant, also helpful in the production of glutathione, which is essential in regards to liver and kidney detoxification. And lastly, extremely helpful in regards to the preservation of neurological tissue, especially peripheral nerves. All of these factors make alpha-lipoic acid an important nutrient to consider, especially for individuals who want to A, lose weight, and B, protect their overall health and function.